The city of Lynchburg is the place myself and many of you call home. It's a great community. Although we're a great community, I say we're not doing good if all of us are not doing good. We have people right in our city that don't have shelter.
Ain't got time. It's been a struggle. I've been through the struggle for real, because there's a whole lot of homeless people out here, and they trying to find different places to sleep, and they just need one solid place to lay their head down, take a shower. If you don't have your ID or paperwork, you can't get into no shelters. There's not a whole lot of places here in Lynchburg for homeless people. Having a place to stay and they can do their laundry and take their shower will have a big impact in this community, though.
You find people sleeping in park benches, alleyways, which is very dangerous. You have people sleeping in basements. You have people trespassing to sleep. I got homeless when I got divorced. The divorce court takes all your money. Where do you go? But you're on the street, what do? You know, where you gonna sleep? You're always thinking where your next meal is coming from. Shelters, they're not gonna let you in unless you have ID.
I was raised in the streets, and it wasn't pretty at all. It was painful. The hardest was me finding shelter to take a shower, to clean myself up, to have somewhere to lay my head where I would be safe. Because out in them streets is real hard, especially when you gotta ask people from the street for this and that, and you gotta give something back that you don't want to give. You know, anything can happen. It's very dangerous out there being homeless. I didn't even have clothes. I had no way of washing clothes and nothing like that. How can I go get a job? And matter of fact, I didn't even have a place to bathe or transportation. We just need the resources. You know, I mean, it's up to the individual like myself to want this. You know, I would have to want it, you know, but it's going to take people there with hearts and encouraging you that you can make it, you can make this step. We need places where you can get away from that hot heat. You can get away from that coldness. I knew a guy that he died on the bench here in Lynchburg, Virginia, froze to death because he had nowhere to go. And if it was a shelter open for me, maybe I could have got that help. Maybe I could have got someone to help me, or, you know, direct me into where I could go to get this help.
The Refuge on Memorial, who are we? Well, we're a 24-hour facility here, and by the time we're done with all of our phases, this facility will house up to 50 emergency beds. Not just that, but we'll have a day or drop-in center for folks to come in and get in from the weather and visit our technology center and maybe look up how to get connected to that next job or the next place for them to live, and even participate in coordinated services that are already happening at our city. In the cool months, we'll have a warming center for them, and of course the emergency beds that will service men, women, children, and entire family units. We're super excited about our partnership with so many other agencies in our community who are already providing great services to this demographic. We're unique in that we are offering services as a low barrier shelter. So if you come with all of your children, but for some reason you're missing an identification for one or two of them, we're still going to welcome you into the shelter, because we recognize that as people are sheltered, it gives them a better opportunity to get some of those other things that they need so that they can move on into the next phase of life.
We at Miriam's House are so dedicated to ending homelessness and serving our vulnerable neighbors, but we know we can't do it alone. We need partners like the Refuge on Memorial to come alongside of us and serve our vulnerable neighbors so that together, as a community, we can end homelessness for all.
After hearing the need, my prayer is that you will be moved with compassion. We cannot do this by ourselves, but my prayer is that you will come alongside of us, because we do it better when we do it together. If you want to give, if you want to serve and looking for ways to do that, There's information on the screen for you to connect with us. And as we partner, we're now fixing it for our time and for future generations, that no matter what the situation is, there will always be a refuge on Memorial.